Good evening, Rotorua. Tonight on City News. Investigations continue today at the scene of a deadly house fire. Crown Research Institute has successful open day, and the Magic have their first loss of the ANZ Championships. Those stories and more coming up next on City News. Rotorua Police and Fire Safety officers are today carrying out a scene examination on a house in Dickens Street following the death of a 38-year-old local man in a house fire overnight. The fire service were called out to the address at about 9:20 p.m, where they found the house well ablaze. A 38-year-old man was located in the lounge area and dragged from the flames by fire service members and given CPR. Ambulance and hospital staff revived the man several times. However, despite continued efforts, he died shortly after at midnight. A post-mortem examination will take place tomorrow, and the matter has been referred to the coroner. The man will not formally be named by police until all next of kin have been notified. Last night's fire follows another fire in Puriri Crescent on Friday night, which resulted in 2 males being admitted to Middlemore Hospital with burns to their heads and arms. The fire service were called to this fire shortly after 10:30 p.m, where they found the house well alight. 5 people were in the house when the fire took hold. However, smoke alarms alerted the occupants to the fire and they were able to evacuate the building. Inquiries into the cause of that fire are continuing. However, at this stage there is nothing to suggest the 2 fires are connected. Rotorua was given the opportunity to experiment and learn from the best at Science in the Park. The Free Community Open Day was held on Saturday and hosted by Crown Research Institute, Scion.
Number 1.
The Open Day provided the opportunity to learn more about modern science and how Scion's 300 scientists spend their day. More than 30 displays and demonstrations were included in the programme. Formerly the New Zealand Forest Research Institute, Scion employs approximately 340 people and its head office is in Rotorua. The Children and Family Fun Day, which marks National Children's Day, was held at the Redwoods yesterday. Event organiser Julianne Wilkinson says after having been postponed last weekend, the turnout on the day was exciting.
The weather's been perfect obviously, but we've had paintball this morning, which the older kids really enjoyed, and the mechanical surfboard. We've had amazing arts and crafts for the kids down in under the trees, and I mean it's obvious, you can see all the kids walking around with bits and pieces. We've had the Armed Defenders display at 12 o'clock, which they brought the rescue helicopter in, which was wonderful. Yeah, made quite a lot of noise and quite a lot of wind, but it was good.
The highlight of the day was the Bunnings Great Go-Kart race. And in sport tonight, the Northern Mystics put an end to the Waikato Bay of Plenty Magic's winning start to the ANZ Championship with a 1-point win last night. A nervous start put the Mystics in chase mode for the match, but it was their goal-shooting Silver Fern Maria Tutaia who took them to their thrilling 1-point win over the Magic. Magic coach Nolene Taurua believes a lack of concentration towards the end of each of the quarters cost her side the win. The final score in Hamilton last night, 47-46 to the Mystics. To your weather now for Rotorua and the surrounding area. Tonight, fine, cloudy spells, light winds. Overnight, a low of 13. Tomorrow, Tuesday, fine spells, chance of afternoon shower and light winds. A high of 21 and a low of 13. Wednesday, cloudy periods and the odd shower, light winds, a high of 21 and a low of 13. Marine forecast for Lake Rotorua for Tuesday, northerly 10 knots developing in the afternoon, easing in the evening. Waves less than half a metre, mainly fine and a chance of afternoon showers. If you've missed any of tonight's bulletin, you can watch it again by going to tvrotorua.co.nz and click on the View Latest City News link, Or to view what's on in our city, click on the upcoming events link. Coming up after the break, Katrin Warburg tells us about Thursday's Run for Christchurch. I talk to Coordinator of Events and Venues Rugby World Cup Programme, Renee Nathan, and our city's dog pound was at near capacity recently. We find out more from dog controller Kevin Coots. Those stories and more coming up next on City News right after this break.